I've already moved on. I don't care what his name is. Girl, it is what it is. I won't waste a dime or the bartender's time trying to catch a buzz over the thought of us. But I'll drink to a country song, to another long work week gone, and I'll raise my glass to a long lost buddy I ain't seen. I might stay for one more round, or I might close this place down. But don't think for a second I'm out to drown your memory. Baby, you ain't worth the whiskey. Don't matter what your friends say, they never liked me anyway. So if they see me drunk in this bar, it ain't over a broken heart. 'Cause I'm drinking to a country song, to another long work week gone, and I'm raising my glass to a long lost buddy I ain't seen. I might stay for one more round, or I might close this place down. But don't think for a second I'm out to drown your memory. Baby, you ain't worth the whiskey.
Students and staff, you may be seated. Welcome, parents, families, friends, to the commencement ceremony for the graduating class of 2020 of Steele Accelerated High School. It is my honor to be here today as we recognize the 33 outstanding students in the class of 2020. I am so proud of the accomplishments, leadership, dedication, and resiliency of these amazing young men and women. None of life's challenges has stopped them from achieving their goals and being prepared for the next step in life. The class of 2020 has made the most of their time at Steele, showcasing their talents and leaving a legacy that will never be forgotten. Students, as you walk across the Texas Motor Speedway finish line today, know that this is just the beginning of many more amazing accomplishments to come. I'd like to express our gratitude for the leadership and support of our school district, including Northwest ISD Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Ryder Warren, our NISD school board members, and our NISD Executive Cabinet. In addition, our graduates would not be gathered here today without the commitment, support, and expertise of the entire faculty, our counselor, and our staff at Steele Accelerated High School. I would like to recognize one last group, the men and women of the United States military. If you have served our nation as a member of the U.S. military, thank you for your service to our country. We at Steele Accelerated High School would like the following student to stand so we can recognize him for his enlistment into the U.S. military. Eric Ochoa. United States Army. Thank you, Eric, for your commitment and service to our country. At this time, please help me welcome Skylar Newman, a member of our Collegiate Academy, to lead our opening remarks.
Good morning, staff, families, friends, and fellow graduates. Today we can finally say we made it. We made it to our high school graduations. A pandemic may have caused a few bumps in the road, but we are here and we are graduating. This accomplishment is the first of many to come, and knowing this class, there will be plenty to come. Our diploma is the first step to our future, but our school, Steele, has helped us with our next steps as well. Some of us are graduating with our cosmetology licenses and other associate's degrees, and I cannot tell you how proud I am of us. This diploma is our door to so many other opportunities, whether it helps you land a career or go to a trade school or continue your education into college. This diploma is our first step into life outside of our comfort zone. Whatever we do with this accomplishment, I know it will be great, because we are the class of 2020. We are getting through a global pandemic. We can get through anything. I would like to thank my fellow graduates and classmates for making my 3 years here at Steele so memorable. As we move on in life, I will miss your company, but I look forward to hearing how you succeed. Congratulations, class of 2020, and thank you for all of the memories. At this time, please help me welcome Ixchel Chavez Mendoza.
Seniors, please stand and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance, the Texas Pledge, and the National Anthem. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And now for the Texas Pledge. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fights o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
At this time, please help me welcome Jordan Cozine, Student Government President, to deliver the senior class message.
Hello! My fellow peers all know me, but for everyone else's sake, I'll introduce myself. I'm Jordan Cozine, and I was the president of student government this year. I'd like to begin by saying what more end to our in-school careers at Steele than for a global pandemic to conspire against us. I mean, our class has always joked about being the outcasts, but man, they did try to stop us from graduating. Joke's on them, not even. Now I know I don't need to tell any of you how harrowing this time in our lives has been. I know all of us could give an hour-long speech on how much more depressing, terrifying, and confusing our lives have suddenly become. But they only gave me 2 minutes, so I cut all that out. Just imagine it was incredibly somber and very moving. Instead, I'm going to give you some good news. You've all been saved from having to see me bust a move at prom. 3 years was 3 too many, and you should all count yourselves lucky for having escaped it. I know I do. And now that we all finally have an answer to that age-old question, what if it was pajama day every day? I'm a history person. You all know that. So let me impart some history facts on you. The last pandemic of this magnitude was the Spanish flu in 1918, otherwise known as the H1N1 virus. And although the coronavirus has only infected 3.8 million people as opposed to the 500 million people the Spanish flu infected, they definitely were better off. I mean, if they wanted to force kids to do homework, they had to get in a car less street legal than even Jason's souped-up rides and ask the kids to do it in person. In a completely unfair turn of events, all our teachers have to do is email us. All jokes aside, we're survivors, guys. A lot of graduation speeches are centered around inspiring us to face the challenges ahead. But compared to what we're going through now, what could we possibly be afraid of? No mediocre challenge this world can throw at us could bring us to our knees. We've seen worse. I can't imagine a better generation of people more ready to tackle the challenge of college and career alike than us. We've remade ourselves now, and one day we'll remake the world. So go forth without fear and do some good. Thank you. At this time, please help me welcome Ms. Patty Hayes, Steele CTE teacher, as she introduces our senior class Salutatorian.
This year's salutatorian is a 3-year graduate who has worked tirelessly and has never backed down from a challenge. In fact, since I've known Alyssa, she has made it a point to take on new challenges, to push the limits on creativity, and to spectify anything and everything that she could. Alyssa has been active on the Steele campus all 3 years by being part of the student government, Future Business Leaders of America, National Honor Society, National Technical Honor Society, Art Club, Yearbook, and CTE ambassadors. Alyssa is confident, determined, focused, and driven. She will be taking her competitive advantage to the University of North Texas to pursue a career interest in criminal profiling. I am proud to bring you this year's salutatorian, Alyssa Kruder.
I want to start off by thanking all the families and all the friends that made it out to the ceremony today. I think I can speak for every one of the graduates here today that we really appreciate your attendance. I also want to thank the staff that came out today. Thank you all for guiding us across these 4 years, and some of us 3. And I want to extend a special thank you to my parents. I can't count how many times we sat in the kitchen table, all 3 of us confused by what we were looking at when we decided to do our homework. Not to mention how many years they have guided me. 17 years to be exact. It took strength to deal with me this long. I also want to thank my grandparents for also giving me all the love and support that they have across these 17 years. I want to extend a thank you to all the parents and guardians in this crowd. You all are the true reasons why we have gotten this far. Without your love and support, we wouldn't be who we are today. Let's all have a quick round of applause for the parents and guardians in the crowd. I have one more special thank you. It goes out to Coach Hayes. Thank you for helping me grow creatively and become the spec I am today. Now to the part everybody's been waiting for. As I sat down to write this speech, I didn't know where to start. In my head, I was wondering how I was going to begin to summarize this entire school experience. How am I not going to bore everybody in the crowd? How am I going to make an impact in everybody in the crowd today without following the cliche of our journey stops here, but our new journey is starting? I'm not going to sugarcoat the world to everyone. As we've seen these past few months, it's not that easy. Each and every one of us has an unclear path ahead. It's twisty and turny and with no guaranteed ending. Some of us are going to change our majors 20 different times. Some of us are going to decide that higher education isn't our thing. And some of us don't even begin to know what we're going to do after this ceremony. The world is unfair and unpredictable. As we've seen in this past year with World War III threats and COVID-19 flipping our world upside down and messing up all of our sleep schedules. As we've gotten through this pandemic though, as I see all of you, and well, I see all of your eyes since most of us are wearing masks, I hope you're smiling. Back to what I saying. I see perseverance. It takes a lot of effort to handle the disappointments like we have in these past few months. I see strength and flexibility. Not everyone can change their entire routine and learning patterns and still finish the year off strong. And after this, we should all add those characteristics to our resumes. But in all seriousness, we can do anything we set our minds to, and we can handle anything and everything that the real world throws at us. All of our teachers and past principals know how stubborn we are and how much we will fight for the things we believe in. As we walk across the stage and get our diplomas and turn our tassels to the other side, and when all of you are 30 and seems like this is a distant memory,
Remember my words. Do not ever stop fighting for what you believe in, and don't ever let the challenges that you will face quiet your voice. We are the future. We are strong. We are Steele. Now let's graduate and buckle up for the roller coaster ride that the future has made for us. Thank you. At this time, please let me welcome Miss Brandy Romero, senior class sponsor, as she introduces our class, Valedictorian.
When some people think of Zoe Owens, they may think of the smart girl in the Commons doing dual credit assignments, or the girl on the stage with a microphone, or maybe the girl in the flannel planning an event. When I think of Zoe, I think, man, that girl has taught me a lot. Like what an umlaut is. By the way, it's those two little dots above an E that indicate a different vowel sound, just in case you were wondering. In all seriousness, this girl has a grace and a humility about her that is admirable. She is multi-talented and multifaceted. She was our National Honor Society chapter president this year. She has been active on our campus for all 4 years by being part of Nerd Club, Pride Club, Math Club, Student Government, and National Honor Society. Zoe has been a singer in our school's band and volunteered to multiple events like Collegiate Night and NEF Golf Tournament. With help from others, Zoe has also brought homecoming to Steele. Her own Steele legacy will continue on. She has grown into this lovely lady we now see before us. Her dream is to go into film as a director, producer, and writer, and I have no doubt that she is ready to take on Hollywood and bring new ideas and her big dreams on the big screen. This year's valedictorian is Zoe Owens.
Guys, we've made it. We've reached the other side, and I am honored to be graduating with you here today. Now, before I really get into it, I'd like to thank some people that helped the class of 2020 graduate today. I would like to thank our teachers for standing by us and dealing with our more outlandish plans and ideas. You guys guided and supported us towards what was possible, even when we refused to listen to you. I'd also like to thank the students that graduated before us for making Steele a home. You showed us what Steele could be like and encouraged us to make it somehow even better. I'd also like to thank the underclassmen for bringing their own strengths with them. You guys encouraged us to keep working, and I am so excited to see what you guys do in the next few years. Lastly, I would like to thank my class, including those who left and are graduating with another school, those who graduated early, and those who joined us just this year. You guys really made my Steele experience special, and I hope I did so for you too. I was able to spend the past 4 years growing and learning and coming to my own alongside you. Now, it's been a rocky, interesting time, but I experienced it with you. Personally, I would like to thank my own sister for setting an example on how to move on to the next phase in life, through college and adulthood, and how to truly thrive while still being kind to everyone you meet. Love you, Adrienne. Thank you, thank you, thank you to everyone who has impacted not only my education, but the education of the entire class of 2020. I feel so much gratitude. Oh, and I'd also like to thank whoever's decision it was to get me on the big screen here. Super cool. Now, I found it very hard to write this speech. As many of my peers know, Steele is where I feel at home. So missing out on months of working in the Commons and Fun Day Fridays and karaoke sessions and even my last Supercharge hurt. Now, I'm sure a lot of the other seniors feel that way. Granted, I'm sure you've heard that plenty of times, not only today, but the past several months. It's been a whirlwind, and we may not necessarily feel stronger for it, but that's okay. We can still make our next step forward. Now, when I write speeches, I try to give advice that will help that group of people. And quite frankly, I don't know what's gonna help you guys. I'm just kidding. We've always felt offbeat from what we thought was the traditional Steele student, but we've been proud of that. We are proud of being our own, and I think maybe we should really continue to feel that pride. For so many different reasons, our high school experience has been insanely unique. So if we hold on to what makes us unique through adulthood, I think we'll be better for it. So be proud of who you are. Be proud of all the good things you are capable of, because you are capable of doing good things. Continue to make big goals and do everything not only within but outside of your power to reach them. You deserve to thrive and to be happy and to experience big, good things. You have the power to do so. That being said, when you move on, continue to cherish the memories you made, hoard them even. Remember how we played foosball freshman year? I mean, constantly, but we had to change the rules when Thomas broke his arm. Remember the Fun Day Friday dance-offs between the senior Minions and the freshman Sharks in our costumes we bought off Amazon? Remember the first day of your first job and that time you spilled an entire barrel of pickles all over the floor of Twisted Root, or whatever. Remember when the power went out during exam week and we all planned what we'd do in the case of a zombie apocalypse, or that other time the power went out and Miss Langston brought us out to the hall and to the emergency light to continue taking notes? You know, I'm beginning to think the power goes out a lot at Steele. Honestly, I could go on forever, but I was told my speech couldn't be longer than 3 minutes. In all fairness, I am probably already rounding the 4-minute mark. Now my point is, you should do your best to remember high school fondly. No matter what high school you go to, there are no good or no bad, I don't know how that goes, moments we all wish we could forget. But the fact is, there are always bad times in high school. At least at Steele, we have a community and a family to back us up. So write these memories down. Keep them absolutely any way you can. I know they will be insanely important to you because they have been insanely important to me the past few months. Now, before a comically long shepherd's hook comes out on stage and yanks me off, I want to express my gratitude for Steele and my peers one last time. I have grown so much confidence and so much pride and so much just pure happiness here, and I know I would not feel this way at any other school. I owe a part of who I am and all the good things I'm going to do in my life to Steele, and it brings me such a strange mix of happiness and just absolute grief to finally graduate. I truly love Steele with my whole heart, and I can't come up with enough words to explain how much I really do love the best school in the universe. The best I can come up with is I love you all 3,000. So thank you to everyone who's been a part of that. Now, let's graduate.
At this time, please help me welcome our Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Ryder Warren. Dr. Warren, please come to the podium for the commendatory of the class of 2020. Dr. Warren, I am extremely honored to certify that the members of the Steele Accelerated High School graduating class of 2020 have satisfactorily completed course of study according to the guidelines established by the state of Texas and the Northwest Independent School District. It is a great honor to commend these students to you for graduation.
Thank you, Mr. Rogers. First of all, to our parents, to our families, to our friends, all in the cars right now, thank you. Thank you so much for being here and celebrating with our seniors. Seniors, just know how proud we are of you today. It took a little while to get here. We know that. You have done a phenomenal job. We are so proud of you. Here in just a second, you're lining up to get you to receive your diplomas. Please know that when you get those diplomas, this is not something that we're giving to you. Ladies and gentlemen, you've earned these diplomas. And the one message that I'm going to send you off with, make sure that you continue to earn everything in your lives. You have to do that. You keep working as hard as you've worked for us at Steele, and you're going to earn the life that you truly want and the life that you truly deserve. So, Mr. Rogers, as the Superintendent of Schools of the Northwest Independent School District, and by the power vested in me by the Northwest ISD Board of Trustees and the Texas Education Agency, I accept your recommendation. And I now officially certify the Steele Accelerated High School seniors as Steele Accelerated High School graduates. Congratulations. Mrs. Rogers, let's hand out the diplomas.
Zoe Grace Owens, Valedictorian. Alyssa Joyce Cruder, Salutatorian. Skylar Emily Gail Newman. Ixchel Chavez Mendoza. Cody Justice Goodwin. Sydney Rain Inman. Alex Prince. Lauren Taylor Plews. Jordan Elizabeth Cozine. Elizabeth Maylee Torres. Mackenzie Shay Albertson. Catherine Alexandra Alvarez. Briar Broadstreet. Anthony Carmona. Rachel Lucille Crawford. Alan Cruz. Michelle Flores. Brennan Peter Main. Marlena Nicole Major. Eric Alexander Ochoa. Sebastian Yatsik Panchek. Jason Riley Payne. Abby Quick. Alexandra Elizabeth Shatford. Amanda Nicole Stafford. Zenon Starnes. Presley Lauren Toten. Alexia Tatiana Valentine. Abigail Grace Shireen Warmbroad. Trenton Craig Williamson.
Congratulations to the class of 2020. We are so proud of you. At this time, please help me welcome Lauren Plews for the turning of the tassel and the closing remarks.
Seniors, please stand. Seniors, this is our day. It is now my honor here with the NISD administration, the Board of Trustees, and the Steele staff, our family, and our friends to officially salute each of us as the Steele Accelerated High School graduating class of 2020. Please turn your tassels from right to left. Congratulations. I am honored and humbled to be closing this unique and special graduation ceremony. Before we go off into the world as alumni from the best high school in the universe, I want to remind you of 3 things. Life is short. Treasure all the laughs, the cries, and the doing both at the same times. Do the hard things. We did not have it easy this year, and that makes us strong. Carry that strength with you wherever you may go. Let it be the wind that carries your sails. And remember, don't be afraid to move on. It's okay to look back on a chapter of your life and smile, but don't get stuck in it. There is so much more beyond those double doors at James M. Steele Accelerated High School. To conclude, it has been a privilege getting to experience high school with the class of 2020. Let grace and peace be with you as we go out into this wonderfully wild world. Steele Accelerated High School graduates, it's come time for us to announce to the world, we did it!
I am not a stranger to the dark. Hide away, they say, 'cause we don't want your broken parts. I've learned to be ashamed of all my scars. Run away, they say, no one will love you as you are. But I won't let them break me down to dust. I know that there's a place for us, for we are glorious. When the sharpest words wanna cut me down, I'm gonna sing